David Culley, head coach of the Houston Texans, did a nice job. Texans looked like a well-coached team in their win against the Jaguars. He talked about the challenges of going up against these Cleveland Browns.
Well, I mean, they've got a defensive end there that that's a pretty good player in this league, and they also have Clowney, who are two good rushers. Garrett and he. It's a defense that I think has got a bunch of new players this year that they brought in, and I thought in this past game that we're watching the video of the Kansas City game, I thought they did a really nice job in that game of containing a very, very good offensive football team. And then offensively, they got a lot of weapons. They've got a very good quarterback. They've got probably the two best combo running backs in the game. They've got guys they got skill all over the place and a very good offensive line. It's a big challenge. We kind of look at those guys as we talk about during the course of the year. You're going to play teams that are what you consider like playoff caliber teams, guys that have been there, guys that are expected to be there, teams that are, and we feel like we're playing one of those teams this week.
And Hayden, I agree, and that's kind of a sign that the Browns have arrived. People view them as a playoff team. Other teams view them as a playoff team.
Certainly, and they should. I mean, obviously the Browns won a playoff game last year and, competed to the very end in another playoff game last year. So that's two playoff games for the Browns, and David Culley's right. I mean, they set the standard for a lot of teams. I mean, you look at the Houston Texans, they were trying to rebuild a little bit, I think, and they that's how you want to be a team like that, a team that does the little things right, a team that works hard, a team that's well versed in every facet of the game in terms of offensive line, running backs, tight ends, quarterback, wide receivers, defensive ends, defensive line, linebackers, safeties, corners. I mean, there's not real one super big weakness on this team. And I think that David Culley is one of the many coaches in the NFL that's going to look at the Browns and say, man, how do you combat these guys? How do you come at these guys? Because they're so strong from all angles.